Welcome to the Twins of Media Live show. We are your hosts, Trisha
and Tasha,
and it's Friday. And we missed you guys on last Friday, but we're back on your social media this week.
Yes, and we have a really great show on today. We have today's guest is actress Dierdre Friel of the Apple Plus dramedy Physical.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a playoff of Let's Get Physical, Olivia Newton-John, because it's kind of based in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah, you want to answer that?
Oh, yeah, we'll have to ask her. Let's see. I thought about that when I saw it.
Right. Really cool.
Physical. Young people, if you don't know, Google it, okay?
Google that.
Yes, right. Definitely. All right.
And today's word for our surprise giveaway is, ironically, Apple. So go ahead and drop that in the comments, and you'll be participating in the surprise giveaway.
Surprise giveaway, yes, for Feel Good Friday, Faith Friday. What other Fridays do we normally say?
All the Fridays. You guys drop your Fridays in the comment as well. Look forward to seeing that.
Yes.
How you're feeling on this Friday.
How you're feeling on this Friday. And with that being said, we're going to bring on our guest, Dierdre Friel. All right, here we go. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Yes, I love Feel Good Friday. I love this idea.
Yes, definitely. We're here to make sure people are okay and they feel good no matter what, right?
Yeah, sure. As much as you can. It's been, what a year.
What a year.
You got to try to find ways to feel good on a Friday.
And Friday means that you made it through the week.
That's right.
Yeah, we're here. Woohoo, we're here.
That's right.
Really important.
Yes. Dierdre, you star in the Apple Plus dramedy Physical that premiered on June 18th. What can fans expect from this new series and your character, Greta?
Oh, wow. That's a gigantic question. So I'll use the entire 20 minutes to answer it. It's a fantastic new series. I like the term dramedy because there's a lot of serious, hard-hitting, heavy stuff along with the comedy, which I think which I love about it, because that's life, right? Yeah. You have drama along with humor. Yes. It's starring the phenomenal Rose Bryne, who is so wonderful, so funny, so gorgeous and talented. And I always tell her that her worst curse in life is that she's as beautiful as a model, because no one gets to know really that she's as hysterically funny as any person I've ever met in my life. And it takes place starting in 1981. Okay. And it's about a woman who, Rose's character, she's struggling through some self-image issues, some body issues, maybe an unrealized kind of marriage situation. And she starts to find personal empowerment through the world of aerobics and decides that physical strength, I heard you singing physical before, that physical strength starts to make her feel strong and makes her feel like herself. And she just runs with that. So it's pretty cool.
Love it. And we're asking Physical. Can you say where did that come from? I mean, of course, aerobics is physical, but we were thinking, I was thinking Olivia Newton-John, that song, Let's Get Physical.
I would have said that too. We don't play that song in the series yet. I don't know if we will, because I don't get to choose the music for the show. Yeah. But when I read the scripts, I thought what you thought, which is, right, let's get physical, right? Like,
yes.
Right.
Love it. We love it. Yeah.
Me too.
Speaking of Rose, what is that working relationship like on and off set, working with her?
Oh my God. You can't work with anybody better. Like, really, truly. I was fortunate enough to know Rose just a little bit prior to shooting. We have a lot of mutual friends. We've met one or two times, but then of course you spend a lot of time with someone, you develop a different kind of relationship. What a pro on camera. She's so giving and generous and really, on her top of her stuff. And then, the minute they would say cut and we'd be between takes, we'd be cracking each other up, cracking jokes, having a great time. So it was, considering what all of the shows had to go through to film this year with all of these special protocols and protections, and it could have been a very harrowing experience. And in certain ways you felt cautious, but then in other ways it felt like, I was meeting another new friend. She's just the most wonderful person. Yeah.
Good. Right. And speaking of, what were some of the precautions that were taken in filming for the series and being in a pandemic?
Yeah, so our union, SAG-AFTRA, did a lot to sort of set up protocols. A lot of the things where people had to be in protective gear as much as possible. Actors, of course, had to kind of take it on and off, right? Because when you're shooting on camera in 1981, no one was wearing masks, right?
Right.
So they would say action, and you'd kind of take your mask off. Or maybe they'd say rolling, and you take your mask, I'd put it in my pocket or in my purse, and then they'd say cut, and you put it back on. We had to get tested like 3 times a week. There were certain zones so they could keep track of if somebody tested positive, who they crossed paths with. It was a complicated process. I'm really proud to say there was I think no transmissions on my set.
Wonderful.
And the industry did a great job of really keeping everybody very protected. And, it started to feel like a weird new normal after a while. I mean, I think everyone started to feel that way after a while, but it was strange.
Right. Yeah. Dierdre, I'm curious, did anybody forget to take off the mask? What was that Game of Thrones with that scene where they had the water bottle in there and
they had the Starbucks cup, right? Was on the Iron Throne or something. Yes. Yes and no. You did start to get used to having it on after a while. For the most part, the only people who took them on and off were the actors. Everyone else had to not only have masks all the time, but also a lot of people had to have face shields, like anyone who came in contact with actors, because we were the ones who had to be exposed, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you would forget you had it on after a while, but then somebody would be saying, tap, tap, tap. Everyone in the world is looking at your face going, take your mask off. Oh, right. So then, oh, sorry.
Right. And you've been really busy. You have been on hit shows like New Amsterdam, Search Party, feature film Second Act opposite Jennifer Lopez, and an upcoming untitled Ray Romano project. Which do you prefer best, television or film?
Oh,
I know.
I prefer whoever would like to give me a job. That's what I prefer.
Great answer.
Yes.
I get asked that question a lot too, about do I prefer to be on camera or on stage? I do a lot of stage acting as well, and it's like the best way I can explain it. It's like if you learn to be a painter and you've worked with acrylics your whole life, and then somebody gives you a watercolor set, and you go, oh, it's kind of the same, but it's different. I'm sure anybody who does painting would be screaming at me right now, but the best way I can explain it is I really love doing both. It's just kind of like using my brush differently. So it's hard to say. It's it really is like apples and oranges. I really like I really have enjoyed all the opportunities I've had doing both. So
I love that answer.
Yeah, that answer's going to keep you hired.
Yeah,
keep you booked.
Okay. Yes.
No, but really, TV shows, I guess you get to stay with a character for a longer period of time.
You do.
And a film, it's a shorter period of time. But there are plus and minuses to both of those scenarios. So it really depends on the story you're telling and the people you get to be surrounded with a lot. To me.
Right. Now, speaking of television and film, what's next for Dierdre? Are you looking to get into directing in the near future, maybe?
Oh, wow. No, not yet. No, I like acting. Right now, I just like acting. In the near future, I have another project I don't think that I can talk about, but that's maybe in the works. But I had just wrapped on the Ray Romano movie a couple weeks ago. And that was a super wonderful experience. Everybody involved was really cool and fun, and that was great. And I'm really just enjoying this acting thing right now. I've written some stuff, but I'm not sure that I'm really a writer. But I'm interested in learning more about it. I just like being creative wherever someone will let me be creative. So, right now in this pandemic world, I just kind of have been riding the wave and see where I end up, And
that's all we can do, kind of ride the waves and see what's happening next. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And so speaking of Ray Romano, what was the energy like? I know you can't talk about the details of the upcoming project, but what was that energy like being around him? I imagine him to be funny on and off the set.
He was fantastic. It's his first, he wrote it, he directed it, and he starred in it. I know it's his directorial debut. And he's very, very funny, but he's the most genuine kind of guy. Like, he really is exactly what you expected him to be. He was funny, but it wasn't in a way of like that he was doing stand-up. He was just very genuinely like humorous and kind, and everybody was sitting at the same table. Does that make sense? Like, there wasn't any hierarchy. Yeah. He was very welcoming like that. I really, really had a positive experience with that project.
Love that.
We love that. Now, Dierdre, tell our viewers why they should watch Physical.
So this is my answer to that. When we wrapped shooting on Physical in March, and because we couldn't have a party because of COVID, the gift that they gave us was they let us see the first episode before anyone else got to see it, right? Which was a really special treat. And my boyfriend and I were sitting there watching the episode, and I'm assuming you ladies have seen it, but you see that she has all of this internal monologue, all of this self-deprecating kind of talk, this really hard talk. And my boyfriend looks at me and says, "Do you talk to yourself like that in your head?" And I said,
something, right?
I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do all women talk to themselves like that?"
Pretty much.
I said, "Yeah." And so it was really interesting in the way that he was so surprised by it. And I thought it was so normal. I mean, she was very harsh on herself, but I was like, and it sort of started a conversation between him and me of, why am I so hard on myself, and how I was so blown away that he isn't as hard on himself. So I think people should watch it, because I think societally right now we're having a lot of uncomfortable conversations around topics, which is good, because if we talk about things that aren't your norm or your regular comfort zone, you learn about other people. It makes you more compassionate. It makes you have a better expanded worldview. And I really think this show can help people do that. You know, sit with it and enjoy the storytelling. It's powerful.
It seems like it's really good to take us to those places.
And I think also, too, Dierdre, it's like a form of therapy. You know, like when I talk to myself or talk it out, like I like to say, talk it out, it's like a form of therapy. Would you see it that way as well?
I mean, it can be, sure. I think the way that Rose's character is dealing with it, it's not very therapeutic. No. But yeah, I think for some of us, it can be therapeutic to talk things out in our heads. And so hopefully we learn how to talk to ourselves in a healthy way, in a constructive way.
That's important. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe Rose will. We don't know.
Well, I mean, we'll have to keep staying tuned to see what's happening with the characters. But no, it seems like a really, really great show. So we are definitely tuning in to watch. And, you know, speaking of healthy and Feel Good Friday and any feel good day, we often ask this question. We like to get the responses. We think it's pretty fun. But, you know, we type LOL pretty much all the time, text messaging, and we have these serious faces and we're like, LOL, right? But
right.
When is the last time, Dierdre, that you literally laughed out loud, real time?
I'll tell you honestly, I'm so lucky. I have the best boyfriend in the world. And I just said to him this morning, the best thing about this relationship, he makes me laugh out loud every single day. And so I know that sounds very like, you know, honeymoony, but you can't ask for anything better than that. So
beautiful.
And that's really important for relationships. You have to love as well as laugh. And I tend to think I'm the funny one in my marriage. My husband, maybe sometimes, but you know, I like to laugh a whole lot. So it kind of balances out. Yeah. I'm glad that you heard that in your relationship as well.
We're both very funny. You know, I make him laugh and he makes me laugh. And it's so great. Like that we really, we enjoy being around each other like that. But so the answer to your question is today. I laughed out loud today, and I guarantee you I'll laugh out loud tomorrow.
Yes. Love it.
Now that's therapeutic. Laughter is medicine.
That's right. It's true. It keeps you young.
It does. It really does. Dierdre, social media handles where viewers can follow, fans can follow your current projects and upcoming projects as well. That you can talk about. Yeah.
It's my name. It's Dierdre Friel on Twitter and on Instagram. That's where you can find me. And I keep most of my stuff posted up there. You know, you can check it out.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
This has been wonderful meeting you here. Such a wonderful personality and just really likable. You must come back and visit the Twins and Media sometime soon.
Oh, thanks for having me. This was a lovely time.
You're welcome, and continue to have a Feel Good Friday and enjoy the rest of your days thereafter.
And keep laughing with your boyfriend.
You got it. You too. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right.
What a beautiful spirit.
Yeah, so lively and fun.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Love her spirit.
Yeah, love her spirit. And actually, it was real funny because I was like, this actual screen changes things so much. I'm like, wait a minute, am I kind of messing up the comments? What am I doing? Well, we'll get it figured out later. But nonetheless, a really great interview. And so please check out the show Physical, and maybe they'll play the song Let's Get Physical. If they do, I think
you're really hooked on that, Olivia.
Well, I think I'll go all 80s and put on some leg warmers and just kind of dance a little on the floor. How about that? And again, guys, if you are younger and you don't know what
they may not even know what leg warmers are. You just
Google is your best friend. Okay,
right.
All right. Google is your best friend. Google it. Right. Yes, definitely. But no, thank you. We enjoy our guest here on the Twins and Media Live, and we guys hope that you're doing well on today. Don't forget to drop in, and if you don't watch the show right now, or you missed it, you're driving, you're fixing dinner or whatnot, there's always the replay.
Always the replay.
Always the replay. Yes.
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 So let's get into some celebrity news, hot topics. And you want to start with this whole Beyonce Trick Daddy thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see if we can get this.
Just a second. It's Friday.
Let's get this. Yeah.
Give us just a moment, guys. We are gearing up right now. Do the countdown. Should we do like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Or should we start all the way from 10?
So we have the Trick Daddy, right? Is that what we were discussing?
Yes. The Trick Daddy, Beyonce thing all tied up into one. And he is receiving some backlash from, and I don't necessarily like to, really reference the Beehive. I just think that, you know, when you have a platform, people can follow you and love what you do. Nothing against the Beehive or anything like that, but just want to keep it really positive. And so they're coming after him for him saying that Beyonce cannot sing. Yeah.
Really coming after him.
Right.
The Beehive, they're leaving bad reviews or whatever, bad reviews on, he's a restaurant owner. I'm not sure if he has more than one. I really don't know that part of the information, but they are leaving bad reviews on his site, or where you can leave the comments because of his comments saying, again, what you just mentioned, that Beyonce cannot sing. And, it goes to that, adage of, you pretty much speech, you can say whatever you want to say, but then what does that come with when you're dealing with social media?
Right. I think for me, and you guys can weigh in the comments, of course, these topics, hot topics, thing that we talk about, you can find the full article at bsmmedia.com. And we like to have a dialogue about it, not so much as we're trying to be one-sided or beat someone down, but to have a dialogue about it. I do feel like people should have the right to say what they want to say respectfully. Not everybody's going to agree with everything or everyone, but you can have a healthy dialogue about it. So if that's his opinion, that's his opinion. Other people have their opinions, and we have to respect that. I think as long as it's in a respectable manner, that's all that really matters. Yeah. So you guys can weigh in on that topic. And again, you guys can check out the full article at the magazine site, bsmmedia.com, and read the whole full story there.
Yes, and another question we can also pose too is, do you think sometimes fan clubs take it a little bit too far? And it's, just there's a balance that I think we all can have. But I always tease and say, if they're not paying my children's college tuition or anything of those sort, I don't need to be that vested in making sure that I'm protected.
Right. And
a fan is a fan. I think people used to put stuff on the wall or just look at them on television, but these fan clubs nowadays are taken to another level.
Right. And I think if you know who you are and whose you are, it doesn't really matter what people say. Just had a post earlier today about God's word is more important than naysayers. And if you are rooted in God's word, you don't even listen to. You're like, oh, what did so and so and such and such say? Oh, I didn't hear that because I was so busy focusing on the promise of God. So I just want to drop that nugget for you guys on this Friday as well.
Yes,
Keep it positive.
Keep it positive. And then we have, what do we have? Michael B. Jordan was in the news recently he apologizes for a cultural appropriation for this new rum. I don't know. I think it's J.O. Verde. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please forgive me. But Nicki Minaj tweeted the history behind the name. And of course, in her tweet, which was so great about it, was she provided the lesson, but then also she said, I want you to go ahead and flourish, because she assumed that he really didn't know the background and that he wasn't doing anything intentional. And I like the fact, the route that she took, and not just throw Michael B. Jordan under the bus. And so our question for that is, what are your thoughts on correcting someone with love? You know, if you have to like let somebody know, that's not what that is. But what are your thoughts on correcting with love?
That's a good one, because it depends on where you're at. And I say that because, it depends on where you're at, where the person is
mature about it,
because sometimes people get defensive, or they just feel like you're attacking them. But again, the operative word is love. If you say it with love, and that means that it may not be the time to say it then, but when the time comes to say that, so that you are making sure that you say that with love. I think it's really important to be truthful and honest with people in regards to, if you see something, let them know. I think otherwise you're doing them a disservice. If you see it's on your watch, but you're not saying anything. But again, say it with love.
And I think it was going to be brought up regardless because of, again, the cultural appropriation. But again, I like the way that Nicki Minaj went about it, because oftentimes we have this whole let's cancel this person, or let's throw this person under the bus. So I like the fact that even though she did provide correction in her tweet, she also did it with love and wished him well and says, I wish you to flourish. So I thought that was really cool for Nicki Minaj.
Right. And it's also educational. You can learn something he didn't know, and he learned something. So now he has something else that he can add.
Yes, and Michael B. Jordan, he has vowed to change the name of his new rum line, so he will be doing that. So you guys have to stay tuned to see what that means.
And I think that's how you handle it. Like you said, let's get rid of this cancel culture. People sometimes don't know, we make mistakes, so let's just give people a chance to get it together.
We make mistakes every single day, and before cancel culture, when we were making mistakes, we had the room and opportunity to say, oops, I messed up. Let me get this together. Or somebody just kind of nudged you and said, let me talk to you for a moment. So we need to keep that in mind.
But again, let's be open to receiving that constructive criticism. And we want you guys to weigh in the comments and let us know what you think about this story as well. And you guys can head over to the magazine site to get the full entire story.
Yes, bsmmedia.com. All right. So also in the news is Britney Spears, and she appeared in court this week, I believe on Wednesday, to end her 13-year conservatorship with her father, Jamie Spears. Britney shared on social media that she basically had no privacy. She was made to use birth control, take medication, and attend therapy sessions against her will. The next hearing date for Britney Spears is on July 14th. And we asked, what are your thoughts on the whole Free Britney movement? Yeah,
you guys can weigh in and tell us what you think about that in the comments. I, for myself, think that, I don't know Britney or her family personally. You don't know what all is going on inside of that arrangement right now. We heard a statement from what she supposedly said. And I think up until this last court date, it has not been televised, or not televised, but I guess accessible. And this last one was accessible. And I think she requested for it to be accessible. So there may be something there as to why she wanted that request to be made. Maybe she's really wanting to change a lot of the things that she felt like is restricting her. And I think, I don't know what Britney's mental state is at right now. We wish her well. And I think the main thing is making sure that whatever happens is best for her. And so with her fans and all of those that follow her, just to really root for what's best for her. And I think that's what's most important.
And also Britney shared on social media, I believe it was today or yesterday, she apologized to her fans because she basically said, I made it seem like everything was okay on my social media when it was not. And she referenced her mother, who I'm paraphrasing, she quotes and says that her mother always, when things were going haywire, she still made it seem like everything was okay. So she did apologize to her fans because, and that also helps people too, because a lot of times we can have this facade on social media, but then we're hurting in the background. So I think the more people that come forth, including ourselves, that are just like, hey, this is what I'm going through. Of course, discretion, and when or not to do it. But I believe the more we come out with some of the issues that we have, we begin to help and heal each other a lot better. So kudos to Britney Spears for kind of freeing and really, I think she really just wants some peace in her life.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think also too, if I may add, it's about getting healthy. Britney and those around her, and like I said, whatever the situation is, whatever's best for her, so that she has the best possible outcome in regards to her mental well-being. So that's what's important.
That's what's important, definitely. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. And we have the weights.
The couple recently launched their skincare line for children, babies of color, and it's called Proudly.
Yes, Proudly, yes.
And so our question is, do you plan to order any products from the weights? I love this concept. I know that Jessica Alba, she has a similar company, Honest Company.
Okay, yes.
I don't believe I bought any products yet, Jessica. I'm gonna purchase soon. But I love this concept because I think a lot of times, well, I know I've gone into stores and I've seen like a section, and I even would see at one point it had a sign that said ethnic, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what is that? Why we gotta have like a sign
that says ethnic, right? Yeah.
But it crisscrosses. It just depends on what your need is and what you're looking for. But I love the fact that the Wades are honing in on just really that diversity, diversifying, and the products that moms and dads and families can go right to for their babies and their little ones. So I love the concept.
Yeah, and the Wades are doing some really great things as far as their Dwyane Wade, with his post-NBA career, he's part ownership of the Utah Jazz, who unfortunately didn't make it, that much further in the playoffs, but they had a really good run, and people really thought that they were going to actually take it all the way. And so there's that. And then he's also on a host on the game show called The Cube. I didn't really picture him as a game show host,
I didn't really picture that either. And he's checked that out.
Yeah, he's been dabbling, and before that, right after retirement, he was doing some shoe designs for shoe lines. So he's been pretty busy. And Gabrielle Union, the actress, she has the book Shady Baby, both her and Dwyane Wade, based on Kavia. Kavia is a mood all in herself. Right. She's adorable. But the Wades have really been doing some really great things entrepreneur-wise, and just really keeping themselves busy with different businesses in the community. So congratulations to Dwyane and Gabrielle Union Wade.
Yeah, let us know if you guys are going to purchase Proudly for your little ones. And if you do, let us know what your thoughts are.
Yes. Yes, and hey, guys, if you are celebrating a birthday this week or have celebrated a birthday, happy birthday to you. We want to wish you, yes, Latricia serenading you all. We want to wish you a happiest birthday. But in the meantime, we'll shout out a few celebrity birthdays. We have actor Chris Pratt. His birthday was on Monday, June 21st. He is 42 years old. On June 22nd, reality star Portia Williams is 40, the big 40. And then we have on yesterday, Solange Knowles, the singer and sister of Beyonce, but she's just as fabulous in her own right. I love Solange. She turned 35 years old. And on today, the actress, you can see her on The Shy and many other things, Lala Anthony, is 39 years old on today.
Okay, so really cool birthday.
Yes, and again, if you are celebrating a birthday, don't forget to let us know. We want to tell you happiest birthday to you.
Yes, don't turn up too much this weekend for your birthday.
But do enjoy a slice of cake. Responsibly, yes.
All right, what's streaming? What are you guys watching that's streaming this weekend? I believe the Mary J. Blige.
Yes, I'm so happy for
the documentary, My Life.
411.
I believe it came out, was it last week it came out?
Well, it streamed originally last week, but now it's streaming today on Amazon Prime. video,
Okay.
I believe. Yeah. And
Where
so
was it streaming at before?
I think it just made some type of debut.
Oh,
but-
I thought it was okay. So
Yeah. So, but I think specifically for Amazon Prime Video, it streams today on that particular
gotcha.
network. Yeah. But I was very excited for this.
Oh, that might be why. Hey, that might be why when I went there yesterday. Now, when did it debut today on
On
Amazon?
Amazon Prime
I think
Video.
he said the video wasn't available. I didn't know. Okay, got it.
Well, let's just go there today,
right,
and you'll be able to.
and
watch.
I'll just so
Be able to watch Mary J. Blige. Well, it's my life, but you know Mary J. Blige. She debuted on the music scene in 1999 with the self-titled, or the title album rather, 411. And I did
411.
What's the 411? And I didn't know this fun fact.
Mary thing.
Yes, that Mary thing. You know. All right. And there's a fun fact because I didn't realize that Mary, she worked as a 411 operator, and that's where the title.
Oh, I did not know that. That's news to me.
Yeah, so that was new news. So that's a fun fact. If you guys knew that she was a 411 operator, Mary J. Blige.
You mean to tell me I've been a Mary fan all this time and I did not know that?
Yes, hit us up in the chat and let us know. And I said it earlier, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. I think there's a new thing that's happening where you could see the chat deal, but yeah, nonetheless, just kind of want the toy with
production.
But no, so really excited.
Production after the show.
Talk to production, but nothing.
After this broadcast.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I see you guys now. Hi. Thank you. So
well, I saw that. You didn't see that?
Well, earlier I didn't see it.
Right.
So sorry. It's Friday, so can't see everything on Friday.
Thank you, Alfonso, my wonderful husband. Thank you, Kashana.
Yes,
Kaya.
and all the rest of the viewers that are watching the Twins of Media Live. But again, I'm excited for the Mary J. Blige My Life, and she shares in this documentary a lot of things that happened to her as a child, a lot of our trauma. We had a little conversation about this earlier, that we bring sometimes our childhood trauma. It manifests in our adulthood, but her father left when she was 5 years old, and her mother, being a single parent at that point, had to work. And so there were a lot of things that were happening when her mother was at work.
Yeah, one of those things where you're left with someone that your parent entrusts, and it doesn't necessarily happen that way. I almost did a post earlier about just having that conversation with your younger self so that the little girl, little boy in you can heal.
Yeah.
Because it's only at that point when the little girl and little boy heals within you that the adult person, in you can be healthier.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily want to say healthy, but healthier, because I believe in life we still have a lot of things that we need to work through. But I think everybody should do that. Have a conversation with their younger selves, because you might just find, and do it at your own pace, you might just find that's where most of the pain and the hurt and whatever you heard and you didn't hear, whatever you felt like you got and did not receive, that's where it lies in your childhood. And like Tasha was just saying, it manifests into your adult life, and it depends on where it lands and how it looks in your adult life.
Yeah.
So I would encourage all of us to have a conversation with our younger selves when we're ready.
Write a letter, talk to our younger selves.
Speak to that young girl in you, speak to that young boy in you.
Be open and forgiving, and don't be mad at yourself because we really didn't know. And yes, we said hello to Kaya, our beautiful niece. And thank you, Kashana. She said you both look beautiful. Thank you so much. And also she mentioned she heard great things about the Mary doc. Can't wait to watch. So yeah, if you are planning on watching Mary J. Blige documentary, My Life, hit us up in the chat. If you've already watched it so far, no spoilers, but let us know. And
let us know. And then she also did the Breakfast Club this week. Okay. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. You guys watch us just as much as you're watching them.
Yeah,
right. Angela, Envy, Charlemagne. But I loved when she talked about, she talked about that, her younger self. But she talked about, Angela asked her a question. She said, you didn't know that you were married back then. And she said, your fans knew, and the impact that you were making on your fans. She said, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why she didn't know, to paraphrase, is because she didn't love herself. Yeah. And she was going through so many different things. Right. She wasn't seeing it. And not only was she allowing the abuse to come in her life by way of other people, but she also felt like she was not taking care of herself as well. She didn't love herself as well. So really good interview. And of course, I know it's a really good doc. So you guys check it out. And when you do, let us know. Again, like Tasha said, no spoilers, but we love everything Mary. And I'm just glad that she's getting healthier. you know.
And she looks fabulous. She looks
She's
wonderful.
always, yes,
She looks absolutely wonderful.
style.
And I've always loved her realness and her authenticity. Every song that she brought, you know, people love the Going Through Something Mary.
And Charlamagne mentioned that. He said that, you know, why am I talking about? He mentioned that. He said that we always wanted Mary to go through something to get that type of music, but not realizing that she really was going through something, and we didn't know that she was going through a whole lot, and she poured it all into the music. Like Puff told her, he said, put it in the music, and she did exactly that.
Yeah, definitely. She definitely put it in her music, and that's what her fans could greatly appreciate. So,
right.
We love you, Mary.
Yeah.
Come on our show pretty soon, Mary.
Oh, yeah, come on our show.
What's the
come on our show, the cover story. Yeah.
It's a 411. Yeah. Here we go. I don't think I was doing a Mary move, but nonetheless, it's Good Friday. Yes.
You got to get the skirt and the boots and, you know, the jersey.
And that's a whole lot thing.
Yeah.
Maybe on the Twins of Media Live after live, we can put on a Mary J. Blige jam.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. And you guys can dance with us. Yeah. We'll have to do that live one day so they can join in and dance with us. We might have
to do the 411, or you guys have a request for a Mary J. Blige song that you would like the Twins of Media Live after the live to dance to.
Right.
Drop it in the comments and let us know what you want us to dance to next.
Okay, so that's streaming. You guys let us know what you're going to be watching this weekend as well, and drop it in the comments. If you hopped on later, we have a surprise giveaway. In order to participate, the word is Apple, and that's in reference to the guest that we had on today. Yeah, Dierdre, she was awesome. Yeah. And she's on the Apple Plus TV show Physical. And you keep thinking about the whole Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. And all the millennials are like,
remember that, just from seeing it, like, let's get physical.
Okay, yeah, we're dating ourselves.
Well, not really dating ourselves. You just kind of know, you just knew about the song. So yeah, definitely. But hey, why not? It was the 80s, right?
Right, it was the 80s. Love the 80s.
Love the 80s. All right. Okay, well, we always ask what's happening with you all, what happened this week or this weekend, or any plans that you have. Go ahead and share with us what's happening with you. We always like to hear from our viewers.
Right, I can tell you what's happening with me this week.
Okay,
this week has thrown me off. Like today doesn't even feel like Friday. Monday felt like Sunday. I just was all mixed up all week long. Shout out to all the people who also was mixed up as well. But hopefully by Saturday tomorrow I can,
do I need to call you tomorrow just to see if you know what tomorrow?
Just one of them, like Monica said, one of them days, and I guess one of those weeks and things like that. So yeah, it just felt kind of long, and the days just got mixed up for me this week. But we made it to Friday.
I know earlier in the week you were fighting mosquitoes or something with that last weekend.
That was actually last week.
Okay.
And yeah, they're disrespectful this summer. I guess they figured 2020, you guys were in the house. And so I had 3 mosquito bites on last week. Yeah. And I was asking on social media something for mosquito bites that will not knock me out because I don't really do well with perfume smells and things like that. I'm like knocked out. Shout out to our niece Kaya. She likes to mix.
Oh gosh.
Was it 3 sanitizers together?
Yeah. She likes to mix things together. So yeah.
Imagine all the different smells. But yeah, so looking for, I think LaDonna Howard, she said that Avon has Skin So Soft.
On Facebook, she's a Facebook person.
Yeah, she's actually a cousin through marriage.
Okay.
My husband's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you guys know an Avon rep, let us know so that we can support and also get some mosquito repellent, because these 2021 mosquitoes are very disrespectful.
Very. I don't know an Avon rep, but I do know a good Mary Kay rep. And so Mary Kay may have something for mosquitoes.
Does Mary Kay have Skin So Soft? I don't think that she said that Avon had Skin So Soft.
Well, I think Mary Kay.
But what is Mary Kay? What is they? Is it Mary Kay? What do they have?
I just know. I would normally get a couple of products from Mary Kay from a friend of mine.
Well, you guys weigh in. Does Mary Kay also have, and which one for me? This is what I want to know. Which one is less expensive?
Oh yeah.
Whichever one is less expensive, I'm going to get that, but effective nonetheless.
Effective nonetheless. Yes. All right. Again, don't forget to tell us what plans you have. I pretty much am going to wing it.
Yeah, you were in San Antonio last weekend.
Yes, my youngest son had a state championship, and they placed runner-up. They only missed winning first place by 2 points. So it was kind of devastating for them.
Yeah, I know that basketball hurts.
There were some tears and things of that sort, but they've got to be very proud of themselves. I mean, the game started
at 40.
The game started on Saturday, and to make it to Sunday and actually play in the championship game is something that they should be proud of. They played extremely well. So very proud of my son and his teammates for, runner up. That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Congratulations to the whole team.
Yeah,
Shout out to the whole entire team and keep up the great work, especially for my nephew, because I am looking forward to my NBA floor seats and my 10%. And they say you have to speak those things as if they were. I just put it out in the atmosphere, 10% for your Trisha, and then also to my floor seats. And I promise to behave.
Hopefully I'll get floor seats because it's kind of interesting with the teenager.
Yeah.
I think by the time he would have thought out. I think so. We should be able to be on better social terms.
Yeah, speaking of teenagers, you guys might see my 13-year-old. He may do a cameo on next week. He wants to help out with the camera. But of course, let me just finish that with pay.
He's a smart guy.
With pay. So we're going to see how that works out and see if we're going to have a new camera person on next Friday for the Twins and Media Live show. Got to support the young people and what they want to do. I don't know if it's because he wants to help or because he wants to make money.
Could be a little bit of both, but I think it's probably the latter.
But whichever one, he's still going to help.
He's still going to help.
Be good for him to see.
All right. So,
But that wraps up our show for today. Did you guys enjoy today's show? Did you guys enjoy the interview with Dierdre for the Apple Plus TV Physical? Get a chance to go ahead and check that out and show her some love on her social media and let her know how you guys are loving the show. And let us know how you guys are loving the Twins and Media Live show as well, Trisha and Tasha. And share this broadcast. Sharing is caring. Like, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, BSM Media Group. And you know how you can always stay tuned into our show. Click those notifications. Is it click the notifications or just set it?
I think set the notifications, I believe.
Set your notifications. That's what I meant to say.
Like you set your alarm clock, set those notifications.
On the phone, maybe?
On the phone. Okay. I set my alarm clock on my phone.
Or the old school alarm clocks. I don't know if people still do that.
Sometimes I set it for a different day because one day I set it and then it went off. Or maybe like instead of AM and PM, it went off in the evening. I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't hear it.
Well, I hope you got to where you needed to be. Nonetheless, set your notifications so that you do not miss another episode of the Twins and Media Live show with our wonderful guests and giveaways and hot topics and all that good stuff.
Yes, and then also to our social media. Also, we mentioned our YouTube, but Instagram and every social media outlet that we are on is in the content portion of today's live broadcast, and you can see it there. And you can go there and see what Twins and Media Live and BSM and all of that is up to.
So with the BSM, we're gonna go do some Mary.
So y'all, guys, tell us what Mary J. Blige song. If you don't put it in there, we're just gonna wing it.
Drop it in the comment. What Mary song should we do the live to after live dance to? Go ahead and drop it in the comments and let us know. We may just pick your song and we may tie a giveaway to that as well.
We have to do something that's kind of look a little upbeat with some dancing a little bit. Mary's got a lot of those, but nothing where we're gonna huddle on the circle and cry. Just kind of.
Well, I don't think that was done. So I'm not trying to cry today.
So we're gonna do that. But we love her songs, but we're just gonna pick something that's a little bit upbeat. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in to the Twins and Media Live. And you know what time it is. Until next time.
You guys keep it breezy. I'm gonna start using that. Keep it breezy.
Keep it breezy.
That's from the House of Pain.
Yes,
and Uncle Curtis and Calvin would always say keep it breezy.
And I reference that with my nephew because he's such a cool guy.
Oh, yeah, Christian. Yes.
Oh, he's such a cool guy.
And we love you guys.
We love you guys. Until next time. Talk soon.
Enjoy your Friday.
All right.